Welcome back to the Barrel Talk Podcast. We are full crew today.
Type.
Episode 135. Back with football.
Tight shit.
Bunch of draft talk to talk about.
Best time of the year.
Is it?
I like the draft. I love the draft.
Yeah, especially
when you have new classes and everything.
Yeah.
Next year might be rough.
For now, we'll see.
Yeah, ever since the Brady left, I'm all about the draft because Patriots don't have anything to compete for anymore.
For now, I think last year you could have even said this one was going to be rough from the beginning, like going into that year, because you only had Caleb Williams and maybe Marvin Harrison, and then everybody else was kind of just
up in the air.
Like you didn't know about Penix or
McCarthy.
any of these guys going crazy. McCarthy, like
Even
May. We knew May was there, but we didn't think he was like this. Didn't think Jenny Daniels was going to go crazy.
Yeah, he ended up winning the Heisman.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the entire first round was just so fucking stacked.
There's a lot of QBs next year that could take a little jump, because you got like Shadir probably going to go out, and then Ewers and a couple other guys.
Yeah, but I don't know.
There'll be like some Drake May, somebody from a smaller school that's just hooping.
Someone's going to turn up.
But we can kind of get right into it. We can kind of go off winners and losers. It gives us a chance to talk about a bunch of different teams throughout the draft. Whoever wants to start out with the winner can go ahead.
The Bears.
Yeah.
The Bears, if you want to start there.
I think we're the biggest winners.
You were actually not here. I don't know what you were doing. You weren't here when the Keenan Allen thing happened.
No, I don't think
when
so.
we did the pod. So you can kind of go ahead and kind of dive into that whole thing.
I mean, we have
Because you are
Keenan
a Bears
Allen.
fan.
Like, it's fucking insane. Yeah, I wasn't on that episode. I don't
Keenan
know.
Allen.
I almost had something going on.
DJ Moore.
Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, Cole Kmet, Caleb Williams, DeAndre Swift. I mean, that's a competent O-line. I mean, this is everything we've been asking for. That we've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
It's been time. Defense is still stacked. I mean, Jalen Johnson re-signed everything, changing his number to 1 and to keeping Fields' dreams alive, keeping him alive. He went from 33 to 1. So it's going to look very weird. Yeah, I mean, I thought we were going to take a safety because we don't really have a safety. But, I mean, Byard will still be there. And then we have Brisker and Gordon. Linebackers are still cool. Drafted a DN. Montez Sweat. Interior looks fine. I don't know. Team looks really good.
On paper, it looks good.
On paper, we look crazy. I think people are going to be... There's going to be a lot of Caleb Williams slobbing. Like through ESPN and stuff, I think. And that's what I was telling... When we started, I was like, don't be surprised if we have like a stupid amount of primetime games.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if we... Like, we're going to have our Thursday night games, like our 2 Thursday night games. Then there's going to be like Monday night, Sunday night. But if we have like 6 or 7, that might be overdoing it. Because I always expect like 4. 4 is probably the max I would think we would get. But yeah, I think we nailed the draft. I think everything... It was like the worst kept secret. We were going to take Caleb Williams.
Oh, yeah.
And then Poles said he didn't even think about trading the 9th pick. He said he stopped GM's calls because he didn't want it. And then there's the video. He said if he's there, we're going to take him. And I was Odunze. Took Odunze. We only had 4 picks. Torrey Taylor. We statistically had the worst punter in the league last year. Trenton Gill was the worst punter in the NFL. So now he's not going to be our punter. And now we have arguably the best punter. In the draft, for sure.
Yeah, definitely best player in the draft. It's too soon to tell. But Torrey Taylor, man,
I think he is going to be a day 1 starter. Get in there, and he's gonna help us a lot. I mean, people underestimate how good it is. Like we watch Iowa games.
Yeah, we watch
we all are Iowa Hawkeye fans. Like, people underestimate how nice it is for your like defense to go after the offense when they're pinned inside the 5. Yeah. Almost every possession. Mm-hmm. So there was a video. It was like Montez Sweat's going to go and give him a hug. That first safety he gets. Yeah. It was really funny. And then we got a tackle for depth. I think we did a really good job getting a lot of depth on the O-line this year. Like, we already knew all our starters and everything. It's just if they can stay healthy. And we have other guys that you can plug and play in there that kind of aren't going to fuck up, basically. Mm-hmm. And then we took a DN from Kansas in our final pick. So, I mean, everything looks good. I think they did, like, the grades or whatever. We were, like, 1 of 3 A+.
It was hard for you guys.
It was hard to fuck up.
Yeah.
It was really, we were making the jokes like, Bears are going to mess this up somehow. But no, Daddy Poles would never mess that up.
Even I feel like you guys kind of got a little bit bailed out with getting Odunze because he could have went to 3 different teams before he got to you guys. But even then, at the 9th pick, even if you guys wanted to stay there, you guys could have got an edge. You guys could have went anywhere, best player available.
I didn't think the Titans or the Falcons were going to take him. So I was like, okay, if we can get past, like, the Giants and Chargers.
Giants got their guy too.
Like, if we can get past them. I knew we weren't getting Neighbors. If Neighbors fall, that would have been insane. But I didn't think we were getting him.
Question is, why didn't the Falcons take Odunze? I know you're.
I mean, they got
in
London, Pitts, Mooney.
But like the Bears
need
have
defense.
I feel like they needed defense too.
Yeah, but I mean they didn't go defense.
That's why
either.
Dallas Turner should have gone. I don't understand why Dallas Turner did not go to the Falcons.
The Falcons have a good all-around defense. Like, their secondary is crazy, but they don't really have anybody getting after the
Their
quarterback.
linebackers aren't very good either, and their D-line is super deteriorated.
That's the only problem with their team. Offensively, on paper, like the Bears, like it should be fine on paper, but new coach, whole new quarterback, it could be slow starts. That's kind of what I'm predicting with the Bears.
I'm really interested to see the schedule release because that takes place this month. I don't know what the date is, but they're going to do it this month.
Yeah.
And I want to see what our couple first games are. It's probably going to be like the Packers week 1, like usual.
on like 3:30.
Yep, 3:30 in the afternoon, Packers game. And then we'll play like our random games like Texans week 2 or Titans week 3 or whatever. So, I don't know. I think it was awesome. It was really hard to fuck up this draft for the Bears. I'm excited.
But just a question for you mainly, just because you're a Bears fan, your perspective on it. We kind of talked about it before we started recording. Like, there's going to be a lot of pressure, a lot of eyes. Like you say, you guys probably have a stupid amount of primetime games with all the stars you have on the roster now. What is a successful season for Caleb Williams / the Bears, kind of in a whole, in your eyes?
Well, they have his line marked at like 3,700 yards or something.
He's hitting over.
And the Bears have never had a 4K passer ever. So I think that he can easily do that. I think like 30, if he doesn't even get it this year, it's not that big of a deal. But I'd say like 3,800 yards and like, I don't know, like 25 touchdowns, something like that. Maybe like a couple of interceptions here and there. Like nothing. I don't think he's going to go insanely stupid. I mean, it's like first year. That's like a second or third year type thing for him to go crazy. But yeah, as long as we can I think we have a good all around team where it's not going to be all on him. Like he has DJ Moore, he has Keenan Allen, he has Odunze now. Like you have a tight end you can rely on. Your running backs are good pass catchers. Like your defense is going to bail you out. So I think we could easily get 9 or 10 wins this season. We also have the third easiest schedule in the league. So there's a lot of stuff. All of our chips are in right now for the next couple of years. It's like they'll be like this year, next year, and maybe one more year after that. Then we're in.
It sucks because of how tough the division is. Like we're in a division to where like 9 or 10 is like third.
It just keeps getting younger,
depending on how it goes.
And if when Caleb Williams, you got him on his rookie contract, you got to go out and win now because when that contract is up,
and we're gonna give it to him.
He's gonna want a bag.
That's what everybody's doing now.
And we're gonna give it to him.
If you see any glimpse of hope, it's any glimpse of hope out of a quarterback on a rookie contract, you have to push all in.
Yeah, I mean you have to.
And I mean looking at kind of our division, we're going to be on a rookie contract quarterback. You guys are. Packers, Jordan Love's not really getting paid that much. And then the only one getting paid QB money like that is Goff. And their roster's
he's on
already
extension.
filled out.
He's also up for extension if they even want to give that to him.
Well, why wouldn't they?
I think they should, but NFL executives are dumb.
It's true.
So, I mean, I don't know. I think we should easily get 9-10 wins.
Stoll, you can go ahead with another winner.
Yeah, I thought.
And you have Drake May.
I love Drake May. I think the Patriots class is great, but I'm gonna talk about the Eagles. I thought their draft class was really good because they had a lot of secondary. Oh, what?
Nick just made a dumb face.
Oh yeah, they had a good draft class.
Cooper.
Man.
I had the Eagles on my winners too.
Yeah, Cooper Jean's great, but I really like Quinyon Mitchell out of Toledo.
Yeah,
that dude tested like a freak. I think you're in like a 4.27 40, something crazy like that.
That was Micah Parsons' favorite player in the draft.
Athletic. He didn't allow a touchdown in college. Sauce Gardner. I mean, and we've seen that small college cornerbacks like Sauce Gardner can succeed in the NFL. Cooper Jean, cornerback, safety, whatever he plays, he's going to be a good fit. They also got a pass rusher out of Houston who's apparently pretty good. Running back Will Shipley.
Clemson?
Yeah, he was solid. But then I really like Jeremiah Trotter Jr. too.
That's a good pick too.
A huge pickup in the 5th round. I mean, they really bolstered up their defense. We've seen that their offense is great.
Yeah, they
got Jalen Hurts. They just signed Saquon Barkley.
They also signed Mekhi Becton.
He's because
he's gonna be their left tackle.
I think it's Jeff Stoutland is the O-line coach name in Philly.
I have no idea.
He's one of the best O-line coaches in the game. Jordan Mailata didn't even know how the down system worked when he started playing football. Now he's one of the best tackles in the game. Mm-hmm. You got a 6'7", 300+ pound guy like Mekhi Becton.
Only on a 1-year deal. But
hey, he learns. Prove it deal. Yeah, prove it deal. I think Philly did, and then they traded a bunch of their picks so that they have a lot next year too. because they knew that this year's draft class they didn't need a whole lot. It wasn't super great towards the end.
You really didn't have to do a whole lot on the offensive side, other than like some retooling, like your O line. Like you lose Jason Kelsey, like need to go. You already have.
Well, they have
center.
what's his name?
They have I don't remember his name.
Cam something.
I remember Kelsey talking about him.
Yeah. I can't remember his name.
Their O line will be fine,
Yeah.
and then you just signed AJ Brown to an extension. You signed Devontae Smith already. Dallas Goedert's still going. Like Hurts is still there. You lose Swift, but you got Saquon Barkley now.
Yeah,
like,
that's an improvement.
which is insane. And then if Will Shipley wins that number 2 back spot from Kenneth Gainwell somehow, like
I mean they did exactly what they needed to do and improve that that secondary and the defensive side.
Now they just got to prove it.
Yeah,
that's really all the Eagles need to do.
And I'm really excited to see Cooper DeJean prove everyone wrong. I have no idea.
Especially like on a good team.
Crackerback's
gonna be playing for something.
Crackerback.
It's like for a team that went out and had a bunch of problems in the secondary, like all back half of the year defensively.
Back-to-back secondary picks.
Like you get 2 of probably the top 5 people in the top 5 rated cornerbacks, basically almost back to back. And you get Cooper DeJean, who fell to the second round
somehow.
Huge.
Like it's insane, like how they add that and Saquon Barkley, like, in the division, like a Cowboys fan like Nick, like
he gotta be sick.
Like in the Cowboys team, without the Cowboys couldn't afford to have a dud off season, and that's what they have had.
Yeah, so far.
What do you mean? Did you sign Zeke?
They
back
did.
for seconds.
They did.
We called that. We called it. Back for seconds.
He's gonna wear number 15.
Cowboys fans eating that up though.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Eating that up.
He's gonna wear number 15 because that's what he wore at Ohio State.
That's gonna go platinum this summer. But no, I mean, it's the Eagles' division for the taking, especially with the Giants being the Giants, Commanders, rookie quarterback. Who knows? I mean, they're not great either. It's really going to be between them and the Cowboys. And like we said, Eagles improved a lot this offseason. Cowboys, not so much. But I don't know. Nick, you know more about the Cowboys than I do.
Yeah, it's a bad offseason. It's a bad offseason so far, man.
Tough.
I mean, I mainly have a couple winners just off of like certain players that they drafted. I'm gonna go Colts. They get Liatu, and then they get Adion Mitchell, just adding more depth to that team that's already super young, building the timeline around Anthony Richardson. Ravens get Nate Wiggins, one of the top cornerbacks in the league.
I don't know how he fell that far.
I think they're worried
because
about
all the quarterbacks
size.
jumped up.
I couldn't believe that Nate Wiggins is on the Ravens. That's gonna help him so much.
He's just kind of small. That's what
He's
they're
just a
worried
little
about.
small, but he's a dog, dude.
But with
he's
him
good.
adding to that Ravens fucking secondary already, he's gonna be insane. And then another winner is Kool-Aid going to the Packers, just fitting that timeline. Because there always has been like rumors of them like moving off Jair for some reason. Yeah, he went to the Packers.
Yeah.
In the second round,
and he
fell
else.
with all the offensive talents
I thought he
going,
went to the Saints.
moving up. Went to, I have it right here. Went to the Packers
At 50?
41.
I think they traded that pick. I think you might be wrong, sir.
You can look it up.
I'm about to, because I know the Packers traded their pick, or the Saints traded their pick. It could have been one or the other. But I'm pretty sure. I thought the Saints drafted him
because the Packers had to pick at 41 and 45.
The Saints had like Paulson Adebo and Lattimore and Kool-Aid now.
Oh no, he is a New Orleans Saint.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then that's a W for the Saints.
I was like, I don't remember him getting drafted to the.
That's a W for the Saints.
Yeah, that's crazy.
For sure. I mean, now their secondary room, it's the Saints, but their secondary room is crazy.
You have Paulson Adebo, Kool-Aid, and Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, that's a really good room.
Very good.
That's a good room, yeah.
And I think, did they cut Tyrann Mathieu or no? I don't remember.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
If he's still there, I mean, you're rolling still.
Well, actually, this is great because this gets me right into like one of the things
Is
I
he
had
still
for
there?
a take.
Yeah, he's still there.
Okay, so yeah, their secondary room is gonna be crazy.
So I was kind of gonna go into this. I'm gonna give the Saints because the list I had, it wasn't on there. It still had the Packers, even though they traded the pick. So looking at it in this light now, like I think the Saints walking away with this draft with no cap space whatsoever. They came away with a W because even in the later rounds, Spencer Rattler,
it's a good backup.
Like that's a great. Like listen, one of my takes still hella early. With what I saw from Derek Carr last year, with what I saw from Derek Carr last year, Spencer Rattler at some point will get that starting job.
Yeah,
Because with how hurt Derek Carr gets throughout the year, like
no
Spencer
Jameis
Rattler
anymore.
Like
I mean,
he can be fighting for that starting spot in New Orleans for sure. And I ain't mad at it.
Browns.
That's right.
I ain't mad at it.
That's fun.
I ain't mad at it. And then Nick, you can go ahead with some of your winners.
So my really only ones were the Eagles and the Bears, to be honest. Because I'm not huge into college, so I didn't know a lot of prospects, honestly.
I thought the
But
Chiefs
I
had
thought
an
the
A
Cowboys-
just good getting Worthy.
Yeah,
And how bad that was.
Huh?
I think the Cowboys are just a dumpster fire.
Yeah, they
I
needed
think we
this
are
draft
just a
to win.
dumpster fire.
Jerry Jones needs to just
anybody
give
see
it
that
up.
clip of Jerry Jones
Yeah. Like,
fucking like saying we were going to draft that running or that we drafted that running back?
Then
give it up, old man.
Dude, I think like I've seen people say like that was like a Joe Biden type thing. Like he actually thought we had him.
Yeah,
So I don't know if he's losing it. Maybe that's a good thing, but that caused us to not be able to get a running back because 6 running backs went in the 3rd round, and where we did not have a pick, or maybe it was the
That's
4th
tough.
round. One of those rounds, whatever round we didn't have a pick in, like 6 fucking running backs went, so we didn't really have a chance to because the guy that Jerry said we had ended up going before us in the 2nd round. So that's.
But I also think that has to do with like you guys knowing you were going to sign back Zeke. Like,
yeah,
there was no point at. I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt at this point. Like they might have known that they were like, okay, we have Zeke basically ready. It's just not pen to paper yet. It's like Zeke's going to be your number 1 day 1 starter. And then you have Deuce Vaughn and Rolls Royce and
Yeah, I mean, I guess that
No
just
more
must be
Michael
saying
Gallup.
that they just didn't
Michael
think any of those
Gallup
guys
to
were good enough.
Oakland.
no more Michael Gallup.
Michael Gallup, he's done finally.
But I mean, the Cowboys drafting a couple linemen, a couple good linemen, Connor Beebe and
They needed the left tackle.
Yeah,
Tyler
Connor Beebe's a
Guyton.
good pick.
Tyler Guyton from Oklahoma.
They needed him. That's your Tyron Smith replacement right
Yeah.
there. That
Yeah,
kid.
he's a fucking.
He's big.
He's
That's a big dude.
massive.
That's a big man.
But they really needed to like destroy this draft.
There
And, yeah.
were a lot of teams that drafted for need in this draft, and it was like there was no that first round was kind of predictable, but like
I mean, 15 offensive players straight.
Yeah,
First time
I
in
mean-
NFL history. That was crazy.
That's
Other-
why.
other
That's
than
why
the-
the draft first round looks so wicked with all those defensive players
I mean,
sliding.
other
Yeah.
than the Penix pick, like everything was set in like this is what we think.
Yeah, that Penix pick was wild.
That's the only thing that kind of got everything crazy.
Before we get into the losers, I have two more winning teams.
Yeah.
I will have the Raiders because they were unable to trade up and get their quarterback. You had Brock Bowers in your lap. I mean,
Sure.
they had the whole tight end discussion, but you have Brock Bowers sitting in your lap.
He will.
can help
They'll
with-
fix the scheme for him
Yeah.
to not run tight end. Like he'll be a wide out. Like he'll play everywhere.
and he can go. He can even help out with your O line. And then in the 2nd round, they get Jackson Powers Johnson out of Oregon.
Yeah.
So like you bolster up your O line, which
Center.
is a big need.
I thought we were gonna get him.
He was slated.
He's a stud.
He slid because he could have easily went anywhere in
He's
the back
good.
half of the first round. So I mean, you add 2 guys that are the best of their position in the draft. I can't be mad at you, especially when you do fail to trade up. Because there was talks about them trying to jump us in the draft after Penix went to 8 to try to get McCarthy, and then they didn't get Bo Nix because they were picked behind Broncos as well. So I mean, I'm gonna give them a W. I'm gonna give us a W just because we ended up with somehow getting Dallas Turner.
Yeah, that's huge.
That was more of a W than McCarthy. Just
Yeah, I was
us
gonna say.
being aggressive and trading up and getting another edge because we've added so much defensive depth this offseason. And McCarthy, this is what I think is in my hot takes before we get into the Penix thing and the
Let's hear it.
losers. He has opportunity to be the biggest bust I've ever seen in the NFL.
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna have a hot take.
I think he's gonna be more because I feel like
I feel like people already don't
Yeah.
think Jay's gonna be good.
But I think
So you're
it's
not, like, on the
biggest,
wrong side.
I think it's like looking at it in the light of I've never seen a quarterback get drafted in the first round stepping into a better situation.
That's
you
true.
have arguably the best wide receiver in football, one of the top number 2s in the football league. It's still hella young. You have one of the best tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
You have a decent O-line. You have an offensive minded head coach. You have Aaron fucking Jones, still
you
one of the
still
best
think he's
backs in
gonna
the
be good?
game. Like it's like all I'm hearing about is these intangibles. All I'm
The
hearing about is
intangibles.
this, like,
The
how he's such a
intangibles.
great guy, how he's such a great teammate. Understand that all comes into
He's a
part
winner.
of about
He's a
yes, he's a
winner.
winner about
a winner.
being a leader and everything else, but like that. But I'm like, if I am over here and I see Spencer Rattler out here going to work with Chris Olave, and then I see JJ McCarthy fail to get the ball to Justin Jefferson, then I'm starting to have problems. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what I'm hearing all
I
this
mean, it's just
when
the
it comes to throwing
Zach
the
Wilson
football.
comp. Like it's just he has the same Zach Wilson comp.
The Zach Wilson. I've seen
Shows
the
out
Brock
in the
Purdy comp.
combine. Like shows out in the combine. Does the good pro day and everything. Comes out and just fucking. There's flashes. but it's going to be a whole lot of backup. Lot of backup in your career.
Zach Wilson got drafted number 2 on that one throw he had where he rolled to his left and just launched it deep.
Fire,
That's fire.
There was, yeah.
But
the Jets were like, "Yep, that hits him."
Yeah.
I have a question mark about McCarthy. I always have had question marks about McCarthy.
Hey, that handoff though. He can hand the ball off.
That handoff in the check down.
Yeah, he can hand off like the best of them.
But
best play action in the game.
Big W for Dallas Turner. He's going to be the Daniil Hunter replacement, which we've already thought we had that figured out as well. Just adding him, who can be a versatile piece for Flores. Feel like our defense could possibly take a big step just with all how young it is. Maybe like not this year, the year after. I feel like we could be nasty. But McCarthy, I just like any quarterback would die. Like Drake May would be on his knees to try to be in the Vikings scheme and system with the talent.
I feel bad for the guy.
McDaniels would kill to get in that system.
The only other quarterback that's going into a good system is like Caleb.
Yeah,
Caleb's
not system, but like good personnel and everything.
Yeah.
Well, like the Commanders have something nice. Cliff Kingsbury's there. He's an offensive-minded quarterback.
You do have Scary Terry.
Scary Terry. What's his name? Dotson.
Eckler can be a check down merchant for Daniels.
And then no tight end.
But that's not on the same level as.
No,
it's not the same level.
It's not.
But
the
I mean,
Bears and Vikings have top at their position, weapons.
I mean, any quarterback, rookie aside, would want to go play for those teams. I mean,
Caleb Williams is going to look crazy with number 18.
That's
kind
of
look
wild.
So weird.
Apparently, our head coach said that he's putting McCarthy through like his own creative thing to like make sure he's prepared and ready. And if he can come in and prove me wrong, please fucking do.
This man Sam Darnold gonna be smoking cigarettes outside the locker room. Like, all right, put me in. He's like throw 2 touchdowns.
I don't know. From what we've heard, I mean, like your dad was saying, man, it's gonna be Darnold all the way to start.
I think it will be.
That makes sense.
I would bet $100 Sam Darnold gets benched like halfway through the season.
It's gonna be interesting because Sam Darnold's also in a case where I just looking at shit on social media about comparing him and Baker. Like this is the first situation they're in with good weapons and shit. I don't believe it because I think Baker and Sam Darnold are 2 different players.
Yeah.
But
that's 2 different players and 2 different mindsets. For football.
Yeah.
So Baker is a football guy.
He plays a feral dog.
Yes. He's the Anthony Edwards. He's like, I want to go kill the guy in front of me. Like that's Baker.
Yeah. I think it's just going to be interesting to see if, I want to see McCarthy do good, but I'm also looking at and being realistic with the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
Out of all the quarterbacks, he's shown the least when it comes to throwing the football.
I'm so interested on how Bo Nix is going to do. I will be tuning into Broncos games to see Bo Nix throw
just
that
to see
ball.
him crash and burn.
You think he starts day one?
I think so. I think you have to start him. I think there's no point
what? Jarrett Stidham,
Ben DiNucci,
and Zach Wilson.
One of them's going to get cut. I think Ben DiNucci's going to end up getting cut.
The ultimate
You can't have 4 quarterbacks on your roster. You can have 3.
Ben DiNucci.
You have 3 for your emergency quarterback. You can't go 4.
Yeah.
But I think Bo Nix probably goes in there. I think Sean Payton's going to want Bo Nix in there. If I had to guess, I'm going to guess that Zach Wilson trade, Peyton had nothing to do with that. I bet he didn't even want Zach Wilson.
Probably not.
And if he did, I can see he has a type in his quarterbacks.
I mean, it's a low risk, mid reward thing.
I would look at Zach Wilson and be like, okay, you're going to be our backup. You're not going to start. Yeah. We just drafted this guy. He's going to start. From rumors, Cortland Sutton is supposed to be on the move.
God, please come to New England.
So I don't know. But if they get rid of Colton Sutton, then Bo Nix is in the worst position.
Here's my thing: looking at
he is regardless.
Them trading for Zach Wilson, I feel like it was kind of a safety move because of all the teams that needed a quarterback and all the teams that were possibly to trade up.
I feel like the Jets were just willing to get rid of him for nothing.
They want to get rid of him.
First buyer.
I'm talking to Broncos, them bringing in somebody in case they mess around, didn't end up getting Bo Nix, or they didn't end up getting any other quarterback. Yes, just in case. Because there, with all the talk of how the draft ended, we were in a weird spot because we were top end of the first, we were in the middle spot in that quarterback race. But there was a lot of teams that definitely wanted to trade up that couldn't, like the Saints and the Raiders that came out about it. But I don't know, it was more of a safety move in my opinion. It wasn't nothing crazy. If he doesn't play, he doesn't play.
I'm just interested to see how he does.
That's probably a good point because I would think that trade prices go up after the draft for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Because then you know that. This guy needs a quarterback right now.
Especially with how injuries happened last year, Zach Wilson could just be on the move by a team. Who's
the Jets signed someone. I thought I thought they signed a backup quarterback, but I don't remember who it was. I know they drafted Jordan Travis, but
I remember our joke was about Ryan Tannehill.
I don't think he's been signed yet.
I don't think so either. Our joke was him going to the Jets.
Still a free agent. That's crazy.
Unless he's on the draft. Unless he's signed with the Jets.
They signed Tyrod Taylor.
There it is.
Okay.
So there's your backup. So
The
you're like,
ultimate
okay,
backup.
we have Tyrod Taylor. Like, we have to get rid of Zach Wilson now.
Right.
Like that. I think that's really what it came down to. So
Hey,
and
I'm
Jordan
not-
Travis. I mean, hey, fear his spear.
I'm
Like,
not mad at it. He doesn't get hurt. He probably is more in the mix.
The Bears might end up signing Ryan Tannehill. I think at some point.
I wouldn't
Who's your-
hate
y'all
that.
got-
I wouldn't hate it either.
You
Huh?
don't got a backup?
No,
No.
no, we don't.
Okay.
And if we do, it's Nathan Peterman. So
Right. Right.
How is he still in the league?
I don't know. His age is crazy. No,
right.
we have Tyson Bagnet.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Right.
we have Tyson still.
Right.
But I think they're going to end up signing Ryan Tannehill to be that mentor kind of under Caleb, and then Tyson will be the emergency quarterback because that new rule.
It could be a good fit.
Talking about backups, when Deshaun Watson's out for like 5 weeks, Jameis, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time. But you can kind of, you've been,
And then they're like Tyler Huntley, it's time. And then they're like DTR, it's time. Because they have a million quarterbacks.
Well, you need it with Deshaun Watson's injury history.
True.
going into, we can start heading into the losers because I know you have two big teams that you've been talking about, like just in group chats and just when we talk about the draft
Yep.
and the Chargers.
Okay,
and
the Chargers. I'm just thinking bigger
Please
picture.
your case.
I'm just thinking bigger picture.
Right.
Like Justin Herbert. That's your QB. That's your guy.
Yeah.
John Harbaugh. That is your guy. Like, we lose Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Austin Eckler in free agency. You know what we should do? We should maybe try to replace one of those guys. Maybe try.
They
Not
did.
saying maybe try. You know? Don't have a running back. Don't really have a running back right now. Blake Corum will probably start because John Harbaugh is going to do some dick eating.
Blake Corum is on the Rams.
Oh, he's on the
Yeah.
Rams? I think he was on the Chargers.
I misspoke.
He's
Oh,
on the
fuck.
Rams.
Okay, then who the hell do they have at running back?
Gus
That is
Edwards.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Gus.
Jesus.
Pro Bowler
What
Gus
are you,
Edwards.
touchdown
no?
merchant Gus Edwards?
And
I don't even want to.
How do you put points on the board?
I don't even want to hear that.
With touchdowns.
First, second off, Keenan Allen, arguably top 10 wide receiver when healthy in football. Not even there anymore. He's gone. Comes to the Bears. Mike Williams, another fringe top 15 wide receiver in the league. What? He's on the Jets now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got two all-star wide receivers in this
Gone.
in this draft
Gone. But
that
y'all-
are going to be there when we're about to draft. Neighbors put up better numbers than Marvin Harrison Jr. this season. Let's get him a weapon, deep threat. Let's get something. Nah. Let's go left tackle. Let's go left tackle.
But I
He
mean-
gonna be in the league for 16 years, Pro Bowl, Hall of Famer.
yeah.
We're not going to help our Hall of Fame quarterback right now, you know, not do anything. We don't even have a tight end. Brock Bowers was there. Like, we ain't got nothing. Starting wide receivers, Joshua Palmer, Quentin Johnston. I asked you guys before the pod, you couldn't even name the starting tight end of the Chargers. I can't even name him. I don't know who it is.
Yeah, I thought it was
I
Gerald
don't
Everett.
know
He's on the Bears.
He's on the Bears.
Yeah.
I don't know who it is. That defense, Swiss cheese. Say goodnight. The Chargers are so poverty. This is why I hate the Chargers. The Chargers are the most poverty team in the... This is why they're like, man, we'd never get past the Chiefs. You do it to yourselves. Like, it ain't even the Chiefs at this point. Like, who is it? Who is it?
Will Disley.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You might as well have no one.
But Hayden
Like-
Hurst as the backup,
Oh,
man.
my... Hayden Hurst still think he on the Bengals. Like...
Donald Parham Sr.
Oh,
third
my-
string. That's
Go...
that,
Joshua Palmer, Quentin Johnston...
Lad
Okay,
McConkey.
Lad McConkey, getting him in the second round is a good pick. I'm not.
Yes.
We're not getting rid of that. Is Lad McConkey number one wide receiver talent? Probably not. No.
Cooper Kupp worked out pretty well,
So
right?
I don't.
But that's
I
why
don't
they
think
got Quentin Johnson. It's a revenge year.
Come on.
The wide receiver room was too full for
I'm
him.
just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. In the end, you could have had Malik Neighbors. Like, that's really the only one I'm mad at. Like, then Malik Neighbors goes to the Giants. Now I feel bad for Malik Neighbors. Could have Justin Herbert throwing him the ball. Could
Now
have
you got
Justin
Daniel
Herbert.
Jones.
Now you got Daniel fucking Jones throwing him the
That's
ball.
Danny Dimes, man. That's $40 million
I
at
think the
QB.
Chargers, like, that's what I mean. Like, the Joe Alt pick as a player, not a bad pick.
That's a Harbaugh
But as
pick.
a team thing, like, if you want to be competitive this season, that's a bad pick.
That's a Harbaugh
I think it's a
pick.
bad pick.
It's
I'm gonna.
he's all about building the trenches and running the football.
Yep.
And I also
Gus
went
Edwards.
into the draft knowing that the Chargers are in a rebuild for like 2 years before they're going to be something.
Yeah, but to be
Yep.
out of the rebuild, you have to establish, like, good parts of the rebuild.
But, like, what do
Yeah,
we always
and,
say?
like,
we always say we have to establish the run.
Yeah.
Even the Cardinals went and got a receiver.
But
like,
they-
I know Marvin Harrison was like right there, but like
They need it.
they could have taken. Well, do you see the same thing about the Cardinals? Why didn't they take a left tackle? Their O-line sucks.
Because they didn't need it at all. And they just lost Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, they drafted what's his name?
The Chargers have no one.
Paris Johnson.
The Chargers have no one.
Yeah, but I mean, look, like
So
Corey said.
you ain't never bet money on Joshua Palmer before.
Oh, I have for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
He won me like $100. Like,
Right.
fire.
Right.
I'm gonna defend the pick a little bit. Joe Alt looks to be an All-Pro, Hall of Fame
Yeah, I agree.
talent.
I agree.
And when you make an investment like they made in Justin Herbert, you want him to play. You want him to be healthy. You know, he can't
And
do
he's
that.
been hurt a
And
good
he-
amount the past couple 2 years.
His finger.
His ribs.
His
All
ribs.
that.
His finger.
Yeah, like
All that.
that hurts, man.
All that.
And when you have what's his name, Rashawn Slater, the other guy, when
Slater.
you have when you have the bookends of your old line locked down, that makes it a lot easier for you.
It just makes me think that they're not going to be competitive this year,
They won't. No way.
or they don't want to be competitive.
I doubt it.
I don't
mean,
think because you're not. You're just wasting
I mean,
Herbert years.
if-
Is what I'm.
But
caring
he's
about.
like what 25.
Why are we wasting
26?
Herbert years?
He's under contract for 5 years. Next
He's
free
already been in
agent-
the league for fucking 5 years.
I'd rather be bad. If I'm the Chargers, I'd rather be bad and have high draft picks for 2 years to go compete for a Super Bowl in that year 3.
You're not
Exactly.
going to compete for a Super Bowl.
But they need to
Why
build
not?
something.
I think
With a team that was in cap,
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't defend the pick.
with the team
I
that
can't
was
do
in
it.
cap hell, they got rid of most of it, especially on offense, because they were paying Mike Williams, who's never fucking healthy, and Keenan Allen, who has injury problems. Getting rid of them is more of a plus than having them on the roster. For
I know,
no
but then
reason.
you have to replace them at
What
some
if
point.
Keenan Allen
is
comes
what I'm
out
saying.
and is a dud?
I'm
700
just saying,
yards.
I'm just saying you have to replace the pieces that you're losing, and they didn't do that.
I mean, I
That's all
love
I'm
the Lad
saying.
McConkey pick, and Brendan Rice looks pretty good.
You're not even. You don't even have a starting tight end for the season. You have touchdown merchant Gus Edwards, who's going to run you through the season.
Don't forget J.K. Dobbins.
Oh my God,
He says he's back 100%.
Yeah.
right. 2
said that
ACLs
the
and
past
an
3
Achilles. You're not. No.
I mean, look.
No. He should be on the Cowboys
as
right
we've
now.
seen in the NFL, the trend is that running backs aren't super vital to the offense in order for it to succeed. I mean, the Chiefs have won, what, 2 Super Bowls now with Pacheco?
I mean, Pacheco's like
Pacheco good though.
top 10 running back in the league.
I mean, I don't know about all that now. He's okay, but
I think they're building something. I'm not for or against the pick. I'm just in the middle. Like, I would love to see them take a nice receiver, but I'm not going to be mad that they
I
picked
think
him.
Malik Neighbors should be in a Chargers uniform right now.
nah, let Harbaugh cook. Although I saw that he put every player's high school stars on their locker, and it's like, what are you doing that for?
That's weird.
This is the NFL. Stars don't matter. But yeah,
In high school.
yeah,
That's-
right. Like their stars coming out of high school into college.
That's weird.
I don't know if it was true, but I saw it and I was like, that seems weird to me. He might still be in that college mindset. I don't know, but let Harbaugh cook, man. Give him a couple years. Let's see what he builds.
You can go ahead and go right into your Falcons take, too.
Oh my god,
That just doesn't make
now
any
this
sense.
one I can't defend.
It just doesn't make any sense.
I tried to find a world to defend
You
it.
can't defend
I'm sorry,
it.
man.
It's just what
He's
are
gonna
we
be
doing?
30.
What are
when
we doing?
The contract's up.
Yeah, like everybody just wants to be the Packers nowadays. Everybody wants to do what the Packers did. Jordan Love sit behind Aaron Rodgers, come in, start when he's like 24.
Nah, just
Can't
gonna be
really do
27.
that when Penix is already 24. And in 3 years, he's going to be 27. And that's when he finally takes the reins. Like, it just, I love Penix. Like, love him as a player. Falcons just makes no fucking sense.
I feel like if you switched somebody with him, with like McCarthy, somebody who probably needs to sit 2 years
See,
to
that
be good,
makes-
it would make more
Penix
sense.
is a day one guy.
Yeah, like he could come to the Vikings and probably start day one.
Yeah, Penix goes to the Vikings, the Broncos. Like, he's starting on these teams, like Raiders. Like, if he's there, and then the Falcons were like, you know what, we're gonna fuck everything up. Did you guys see the video of him talking to the owner?
Yeah, and the owner was like,
the
why
owner
did we
was
pick
like,
this guy?
Let me cook. Let me cook.
Let me cook. Like, I don't know what we're doing there, Atlanta. Like, you didn't really help anything. I don't know why we did that.
Yeah.
When Dallas Turner was right there
Yep.
for a D line that you don't have, or Jared Verse. Like, I
Or
don't.
Liatu.
Or anybody, like,
Yeah.
even them could have taken a tackle and I wouldn't have been mad. Like, anybody but Penix. Like, it didn't, like, I don't know. It just didn't make any
Literally
sense.
anything but a quarterback. Like, it's
Yeah.
the one thing that they
It's
like
literally, like-
actually locked down this offseason.
And it's just so stupid because you have fucking Ritter right there. I get Ritter isn't good, but
Yeah,
he's gonna be
you're a
he's
big
gonna
Ritter
be your,
guy, though.
He's gonna be your backup. Now you have two guys who are the same age right now. I'm pretty sure. and they're just behind Kirk Cousins for no reason. Like, I don't know. I think they just completely fumbled at all. How old is he?
Well,
is
that
that guy?
says John Ritter. Desmond Ritter is 24.
So is Penix. Penix is 24.
Yeah.
So they really are the same age.
Yeah.
That's insane. I'm 24. I'm the same fucking age as Desmond Ritter.
Yeah, well, he will be 25 in August.
Oh my god, me too. What's his birthday?
August 31st.
What a bitch, I'm older than him.
Like, I wanted to like try to figure out ways to defend it because I'm just watching like first take.
You can't.
Darren Orlovsky was trying to defend it. It's a bad pick, but in hindsight, I'll try to look at it as if you liked him that much and you just got him just to get him. Fuck it, because Kirk Cousins' guaranteed money is really only 2 years. So if like you already have your quarterback that you like, you can just plug him in there.
It's just dumb because then what are they thinking? Like, oh, if Kirk Cousins gets hurt again or like has to sit out a couple days or weeks, you have Penix going in instead of Ritter, and it maybe gives you a better chance. But Ritter knows the system better.
New coach, you might not.
I don't know.
I know you got.
It's just
I know
dumb.
you're a big,
I think it's just
big time Desmond Ritter guy.
I think it's just so hard to be dumb in the NFL,
Right.
and people still find ways to do it. It's so insane.
I mean,
okay, so yeah, like you were saying,
we could be the like executives, like the Commanders or something, and we're in Super Bowl year 2. Like it's just like that. Like
then all of a sudden we have a 6'7" lineman talking about how he needs more money, and then you're like, what? Hey,
I'm gonna go get that 6'5" lineman and have him start. Fuck it.
So yeah, to your point, Corey, after the second year, if the Falcons were to cut Kirk Cousins post June 1st, that would only have $12.5 million, or I guess $25 million of dead cap for the next 2 years. Versus after the first year, it's 40 and then 12.5 and then 12.5. So I mean, they have that potential.
They have a way to get out, and if you already love Penix and you have your guy already instilled in your team and your system,
Kirk Cousins will be 38,
if you're instilling a
39.
get out contract, like why'd we even sign him?
Well, because you're trying to be competitive now. Like different teams with different mindset. They didn't want to rebuild.
It didn't take much to be competitive. You had the offense. You just needed a competent quarterback.
Kirk Cousins.
Penix is that guy.
Kirk Cousins right now gives them a higher ceilings than Penix would all through.
Oh yeah, I know that, but like. I don't know. I think the Falcons are just fucking stupid. I think everything that they did on that Sunday was stupid.
I think
Thursday,
the Falcons liked Penix and they thought there was an opportunity. Hey, we can just grab our quarterback post Kirk Cousins now rather than doing the same shit they just did this offseason.
They better not struggle. Like they better not struggle to win this division.
Well, I'm saying if Penix comes in, I'm just looking at if Penix comes in and he struggles, have you seen the picture that they've posted where they misspelled his name?
Penis?
Yep, they did.
I think that was fake. I don't think they did that on purpose.
Oh, no?
There's no way they misspelled it penis.
I mean, it's autocorrect, but either way, that screenshot's going around. So if he has a bad game...
I call him penis.
The replies are going to be filled with that.
The graphic that had me crying on Twitter, it was like Kirk Cousins and... Michael Penix, and it was like somebody commented. It was like they act like there's a starting backcourt in the NBA.
Yeah,
like one of them can't play.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden Kirk Cousins in the slot. Then it gets like I just don't. I think they liked Penix enough to grab him now and to really say fuck it. But like they don't have anything coming off the edge. Their secondary's fine. They're a decent all around defense, but they don't really have any aggressiveness.
I think you had a double-digit sack guy sitting right there, and at pause. But I think he was right there, letting Dallas Turner or Verse or Lulu or whatever his name is.
Dallas Turner's blessed now.
Yeah, so I don't know. Now he's in Minnesota.
That's a huge pickup.
You see that video of JJ McCarthy with lipstick on? He's like, "Hey Minnesota, what's up, guys?" He's got like lipstick on.
That's somebody who's not playing for like 2 years.
And I'm so excited to get to work.
God,
it's like when Max Crosby almost said the N-word.
Man, but. What individual player do you guys think is the steal of the draft?
Worthy.
In your eyes?
I think Worthy to the Chiefs is the biggest steal. I think the Bills are fucking idiots.
I mean, by value for them, that's huge.
Yeah.
Having him and Hollywood Brown with... I mean, Rashee Rice is probably going to be suspended for like at least half the season.
And they just re-upped Kelsey.
Just re-upped Kelsey.
2 years?
Yep.
Man.
He's finally getting his like top one tight end money.
I mean, you could go either one of Cooper DeJean or Kool-Aid McKinstry, who were guys who had like first round grades or close to it, who ended up going late in the second. Same with Jackson Powers Johnson. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to be. He's probably the best center in the draft, and picking him up huge. But I mean, any one of those guys I really like as a steal. But Xavier Worthy to the Chiefs is huge.
I think the Bills got a steal in Keon Coleman.
Yep.
I think he was like the first pick of the second round or something. Or,
I mean, Dallas Turner, Jared Verse, those guys are cool. Any
where did
defensive
Jared
player
Verse end up going?
Rams.
That's gonna help them a lot.
Any defensive player taken in the first round is pretty much a steal, just because normally those guys in past years those guys have been top 10, 15 picks. They were picked till 20, 25 just because everyone went offense for the first half.
I still think fucking.
I mean, Sauce was pick 2
No,
or something. I swear to God.
Was he really?
I'm pretty sure
he was a high pick. I didn't realize he was
Sauce was
second
really
overall.
high. Maybe not 2. I might be crazy, but I know
He might have been
Sauce
like
was
4.
decently high because there was like back-to-back corners that went. Because that Singletary kid went to the Houston.
He was fourth overall.
So that Singletary was either 3 or 5 because I think they went back-to-back.
Yeah, I mean,
because that was
Singletary?
Hutchinson. That was a Walker Hutchinson or Stingletary, however you say his name is.
Oh, Stingley.
Yeah,
Stingley. He went third. Yeah,
and then Sauce.
Yeah,
and then I don't really know where you go from there.
I think it was Devon Witherspoon.
Ooh. Oh yeah, the Seahawks.
Yeah, he's been great too. So I mean, any one of those defensive guys, because Dallas Turner. I mean, I like Latu. Don't get me wrong. Just a neck injury kind of scares me a little bit, especially as a defensive player where you're tackling and turning your head away all the time. So I think Dallas Turner, as value, probably is the best defensive prospect in the draft.
Yeah, when I saw us trade up, like when I was watching it live, I was like, what are we working with here?
What are we cooking?
And then we took Dallas Turner. I was like, I mean, I couldn't ask for a better draft out of us, honestly. Even with my questions about McCarthy, but I mean, I still think Brock Bowers is a steal. Whenever you can get a possible generational at that position. With how the league has changed and seeing tight ends be more involved in offenses, even if they put him in the slot or whatever they want to do with him, he's so versatile. I just think the Raiders, with them probably having Minshew as their starter, just adding another weapon, it's gonna do nothing but help you, especially after losing Josh Jacobs.
But I mean, I guess Kyle Pitts has been pretty good. It's just the Falcons haven't really.
He hasn't been used.
He hasn't been used as much.
Does he get used this year?
Yeah, definitely.
He better.
He's got Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, he's got Kirk O'Chains.
Kirk will love his tight ends.
The Raiders already had a solid tight end though in Michael Mayer. Yeah, he was good.
They're just gonna use Brock Bowers for everything. They'll run double tight end lineups. They'll run him on the outside. They still don't even know what they want to do with Hunter Renfrow. So he might not even see the field as much.
Yeah,
Jacoby Myers is gonna be out there.
Yep, they got Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams, I forgot about that guy.
I mean, they got some mid running backs.
Because I thought Brock Bowers was just the perfect situation for fucking the Jets.
Yeah, but
or the Chargers.
I can't blame him for taking Olu though.
I think taking Brock Bowers at 5 would have been a little.
That would have been.
He's good,
much.
man.
He's good, but I would if they drafted Brock Bowers, then I'm thinking you might as well just win a receiver.
Yeah.
It's here if they drafted Brock Bowers at 5, I would have rather you just go and get fucking Neighbors. But then it's just the positions are different of need that they did address. But who knows?
Joe give up a sack week 1. Don't come crying to me.
But I'm glad you're not saying he go be a bust though.
Joe Alt? No.
He has absolutely no aura. That dude is a
that's
surefire
why he's not going to be a bust.
No aura.
Negative aura. It's 6'8", 300 pounds in a log cabin.
Yeah, we're
in the middle of Minnesota.
Only wearing quarter zips.
Jeans. Yeah, no.
And jeans. He's a huge man.
Yeah.
He will not be a bust.
No way.
What are your guys' takes gonna be? Do you guys, and when we're looking at, because we already look at the fields in Laura's class like that, do you think this class has potential to be like that?
Bad?
Yeah. If we go 3-4 years, then we're
your top 3 picks your top 3 picks are carrying hard. Because you got Jaden Daniels, who's in a decent situation. Drake May's probably in the bad situation.
Worst,
yeah. Not the worst.
Not the worst, but he's in a bad situation.
It's not great.
New coach.
He could be with Denver.
New coach.
Could be in Denver.
And then Caleb Williams is there. And then you have JJ who's going to sit for a little bit. Probably Penix going to sit. Bo Nix could sit. I mean, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting It'd definitely there's no way you could get worse than the 2021 draft.
Trevor
There's
Lawrence
no way.
was touted as a generational prospect, and he's been great.
He's the best in the class.
Best in their class, but it's not saying a whole lot.
Yeah, no, not at all.
It's kind of getting
the
to the
guy
point
in his
where
draft class is his backup now. So
And the second best quarterback got traded.
yeah,
is it kind of getting to the point where like kind of going off of it, but like just because you brought up Trevor Lawrence, like is it kind of like a make or break kind of year in these next couple?
For Trevor?
Yeah.
I still think Trevor. I think they can't afford to like move on from Trevor because like you just got to keep like I don't know. You can't go on. Like there's. I don't think it's a make or break. They already picked up his 5th year, so like I think they're gonna end up signing him back. Him and ETN. Like they're probably just gonna bring both of them back. Like he'll be a Jag for a while until they're like, hey, okay, you're like 28 now.
Yeah.
Like 29. You're like, oh, we haven't really done shit. Like I think it's time to go.
it's not like I don't think he's gonna like rewrite any record books with his extension, but he'll get paid. He'll get a nice little contract.
Me and Zoe looked at the 2020 class. Just overall, Jesus, what a class. 2020 is insane. It's like Jettas, Burrow, Hurts, Tua. You have a couple corners in there. Like just a lot of playmakers in there.
2020 NBA class was great too.
Mm-hmm.
Edwards, Halliburton, Maxey. I mean,
This class doesn't give me that vibes. I think people knew Joe Burrow was going to come in and be that fucking guy.
He's gonna be good.
Yeah, and like Jettas and Chase, they kind of knew that entire LSU team was going to transition well.
I didn't think they would be this good. I didn't think they would be this good.
I mean,
Well, I mean, Justin Jefferson's going to leave us, so like it doesn't matter.
Fuck.
No, I don't. Apparently, he's getting his own like whole week and like to like do the negotiations, and apparently they're like in talks of doing it and everything else like
How
that.
does that even take a week? I feel like that takes like an hour. Like, I'd be walking there and be like, okay, you're offering me this money? No. All right, now how can we fix that?
I don't think they like
More
sit
like
down
this.
in a room. I think it's through like correspondence and stuff.
His agent and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably through email,
You
fax,
need to give
whatever.
Justin Jefferson a blank check and let him fill it out.
See, because my dad also being a Vikings fan, he doesn't want to pay Jefferson
Insane.
that 38 to 40 million.
Why not?
See, it all, like I said, I think it's Chase, CD, and Jefferson all waiting to see what the other gets paid, and it looks like Jefferson's the first to fall in that realm. So it's like, I'm paying him 35 million, and my mindset on it is
5 years, 35 mil a year.
yeah, like why would and we're a quarterback on a rookie contract at this point if McCarthy is our guy. Looking at it in terms of if we get to the point where we're like knocking on the door for a Super Bowl, we're going to be searching for that Justin Jefferson talent to push us over the edge. Kind of like the Eagles. Like, why would we want to be the Titans and trade a young receiver just because we don't want to pay him the money? And then he goes to another team and has an A.J. Brown where he's damn near top 5, top 3 receiver in the league.
Yeah.
Like, why would we want to be that team? Just pay him.
Yeah.
Just pay him.
Give the man what he wants.
You can only hit in the draft so many times. I understand you have Addison and T.J. Hockenson and Aaron Jones now. Like, no, Justin Jefferson is the upper echelon of the league in terms of receivers. Like, you must pay him.
Yeah.
I would hate to wake up one morning and he's sitting
Not
out.
there, yeah.
Like, he's sitting out because he's not paid yet.
It's like we have Justin Jefferson, but if we trade him, we could get a guy like Justin Jefferson. Like, no.
Are you really gonna?
No.
That's what you think.
No.
No.
That's not how. It's not the NBA where you get like these one of ones. Like you're getting a bunch of draft capital in the NFL,
Yeah.
and then you're getting another whole position that you possibly needed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like it would be, and there's nothing that he hasn't done to where he's not deserving of the money. If he was hurt or whatever and he wanted that money, fine. But this is the only year he's been like hurt,
Still 1,000 yards.
and still has 1,000 yards in 8 games.
Yeah.
So like he hasn't shown me anything to where like I'm not paying him this money because of this, and that. He's done everything. He's checked all the boxes. So I don't know. Hopefully we just pay him.
At the same time, though, $40 million is a lot of money to give to your wide receiver.
I don't care.
You are my team at that
Like
point.
he
That's
is my
true.
team.
He is your sunshine.
With how young
You
we
are
are,
my son.
with how young we are defensively, like we got off Kirk Cousins and Daniil Hunter to clear up money for him,
Yeah.
this, and we got the whole team is young now. We don't really have that old of a team, so why not pay him and lock him up for 5 years while we're paying a rookie
4
quarterback
years,
contract?
5 years.
Like, I just think it's a no-brainer, and our defense is so young to where like we could have
Give
star
him
prospects.
4 years, 5 years, player option,
You
no
could-
trade clause.
You could front load it so
front
that
load it, back load it, do whatever you need.
Yeah, I do end up thinking he signs long term, but my questions about McCarthy are still valid.
Oh, very valid. But he's proven that when he's in the right system, he can be the guy.
KOC's going to build a crazy system for him to make sure he succeeds. That's the whole
Until
thing.
Sam Darnold turns up. And then you're like, well, shit.
I don't even know how our season goes. I'm kind of just here for development, see how our draft picks pan out, because we've had some stinker drafts the past 2 years, other than the 2021 where we had Jefferson. But I don't know. The whole draft process this year was super fucking exciting, honestly.
Yeah.
I was waiting for teams to trade up so bad, like in the first round. But
I thought New England was going to trade their pick for sure. I thought the Giants or the Vikings were.
I thought we were somehow going to get the third pick.
you guys declined our trade.
Yeah,
It was 11, 23, and a first rounder next year, and you guys said no for the third.
Yeah, I'm honestly glad they did. I love Drake May. He looks like he's good. I mean, the track record for North Carolina quarterbacks isn't all that great in the NFL, but he looked good. And what I really like about him is that Mac Jones looked awesome in college, but he had 5-star recruits blocking for him. He had the best wide receiver core. He had the best defense.
Bama.
But he was a Pro Bowler in the NFL.
He was a Pro Bowl in the
So was
NFL.
Mitch.
I'll give him that. I'll give him
Mac
that.
Jones.
And Patriots didn't really set him up for success. But Drake May made a whole lot happen with not a lot of prospects. I don't even know of any North Carolina players other than him.
I think they're... Oh, maybe not.
None come to mind.
I
So-
thought one of their receivers got drafted, but I don't know.
and even if he did,
Because I saw a stat of the quarterbacks. It was like all their teammates.
And
how many of their teammates got drafted.
Yeah.
And Caleb Williams had none.
yeah,
And then
I saw that.
So you guys had... It might have been one. There might have been one receiver
Yeah.
that got drafted.
So I like that he made a lot happen, and even though he took kind of a step back his last year, so did Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
So he's got potential. He can move. He's got a big arm, makes the right plays, and he's funny. That's the thing too. He's
funny.
He's funny. So at the very least, even if he's not great, at least he's a fun guy. You know, at least he's not like a lame.
Caleb Williams is embracing Chicago.
We're the bear claw.
Y'all just have to like go get. So I know you guys.
Bro, you really got a
KJ
kid with
Osborne.
no aura.
None.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you see that
Yeah.
picture of him at the Vikings practice facility?
I mean, he has more aura than Joe Alt though. So I
Well,
mean, that's something.
Yeah, but like you don't want your O lineman to have
Yeah,
aura though.
O linemen can't have aura.
No, they can't.
They
So
can't.
Trent Williams, they got an aura.
Trent Williams?
Yeah.
When he was first coming out, probably not.
Yeah, no.
Now he does.
Now he does,
Okay.
yeah.
As a almost 40-year-old man.
Yeah.
McCarthy, like, he don't really got aura.
No.
But that's why we got Jettas and
Caleb
shit. It's
got
like,
infinite aura.
Like even Kirk Chains.
Drake May might have some aura.
Kirk
had
Cousins
aura.
didn't have aura.
Jaden Daniels got aura.
He had so much negative aura that it like flipped. That it
If
was
I would have seen
positive.
Penix put on a Raiders jersey, there's infinite aura. That's infinite aura. He would have looked crazy in the silver and black.
That's true.
He gonna look crazy in the Falcons.
Bo
when
Nix,
they-
if he has the right accessories on, he's gonna look crazy in a Broncos uniform. He's gonna look sick.
Those ugly
I'll be
ass
like-
XFL uniforms.
He's gonna have like a visor, like an arm sleeve. The visor, arm sleeve, leg sleeve, like band,
Just
like
sitting on the bench.
being ready to go in, like
I'm ready
because
to-
Zach Wilson runs the arm sleeve and the leg
Yep.
sleeves.
God, what other like player, like who outside of quarterbacks is gonna have that aura?
Wide receivers for sure, and DBs.
The wide receivers.
DBs got to have aura too because they're the ones guarding the wide receivers.
Neighbors is gonna look good, and I think Odunze he might be a little boring. He might not wear any accessories or any crazy ones. Worthy's gonna look good on the Chiefs.
Nate Wiggins gonna look crazy with the Ravens.
Yeah.
You just need to wear a visor in the Ravens shit, and you look cool. Like Derrick Henry, when he wears that visor, oh man, he's gonna look good.
Kool-Aid with the Saints.
Kool-Aid's gonna look good. He'll know how to look
Saints.
good. I mean, there's just so many.
Anyone on the Packers just doesn't have that.
No,
I just,
hell no.
It's just I don't know. It's just those colors.
The
man.
green and yellow.
green and yellow. Just terrible color combination. They
It's just you need the right accessories on,
Yeah.
and you're gonna look good. Like Drake May gonna go out there, nothing, but he's gonna have an armband right here. It's gonna be an armband right here, and then there's gonna be the play call sheet right
Yeah.
here, and that's all he needs.
That's all he needs.
That's all he needs.
Red, white, and blue.
And
It's
then
a fire combo.
Caleb's probably gonna wear what he wore in college. It'll just be like the long sleeves.
I will say 18 is kind of.
It's gonna look weird.
It's a
gonna look
nasty
so
number.
weird.
Peyton
Well,
Manning-
he couldn't wear 13 because Keenan Allen's 13.
Well, if you're come on, you're Keenan Allen. You gotta let that go.
No, he said no.
He said no.
I guess he said no.
Why didn't he? Who's wearing one?
Jalen Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Now-
right. That's why.
Jalen Johnson is now.
Oh man.
Well, I
that's
guess Caleb
crazy.
Williams wore 18 in high school, so that's why he picked it.
I don't know.
Yeah, Peyton Manning's the only guy that comes to mind, number 18.
Yeah, and even then, he was a dork. those long
Peyton Manning
jersey sleeves that they had. God,
Marvin Harrison's gonna be crazy with Kyler.
Yes.
Yeah, he's gonna look good. The white jerseys that they wear, he's gonna have like a red visor. Oh,
Larry Fitzgerald Part 2.
yeah. There's your predecessor, like whatever that word is, predecessor.
God,
Predecessor, yeah, comparison.
God,
yeah.
they're just Arizona though. They're just-
Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
They're gonna be competitive in the in-division games though.
They always are.
Yeah.
They always fucking are.
I wish the Seahawks would have did
Kyler
more.
Murray would be healthy.
You wish the Seahawks would have done more. Byron Murphy. I mean,
Byron Murphy's a stud.
Isn't
though,
there
man.
already a Byron Murphy?
Maybe he's Byron Murphy.
Don't
the
you
second?
guys have Byron Murphy?
it's a different Byron Murphy from Texas, D lineman.
D lineman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's who the Seahawks drafted.
Oh,
Yeah, 16.
For
Okay.
a defense that was kind of mid at the run.
sure.
He's gonna plug that
Their
up.
DBs are fine. They need linebacker
They have
help.
the weapons offensively. It's
Their
just-
D line does suck, so that's a good pick for them.
Yeah.
They don't really have anything.
Well, when I click on...
That's what I said. Isn't there already a Byron
there
Murphy?
is, yeah. No, it is Byron Murphy. That is his name. But when I click on it in the
Yeah.
link, it goes to the Vikings cornerback.
Yeah.
But no, he's an actual massive human being.
Yeah.
Defensive tackle. Seahawks, they got something cooking there.
I hope so.
I will say, I'm not
Because
sure
they have
about
everything offensively. Gino was it just sucked that he was hurt a lot
Yeah.
of the year.
And who they got
Now Penix in Seattle.
That would've
ultimate
made a lot
aura.
of
They
sense.
should have
Ultimate
gone
aura.
and got like
Shoulda
a
traded
little, like young quarterback. They should have gone and got like Jordan Travis or something.
Super young, yeah.
They got
Super
Sam
young
Howell.
quarterback, have him behind him.
What do you mean, Sam Howell?
I give
Oh my God, no, Drew Lock.
Drew
No,
Lock's
Sam
Drew
Howell.
Lock's,
Oh, he's on
New
the
York-
Giants.
Yeah, he's
oh
on the
my
Giants.
God. Sam Howell did go there.
Sam
Ew.
Howell is a
Ew.
Seattle Seahawk.
I think it might be fire.
What?
That might be fire.
Sam Howell?
Yeah, man.
But he finna let that bitch go. Though.
He's not even gonna play.
No, Gino gets hurt though.
He ain't going here. That's my
DK
king.
60.
DK going out after this season.
Apparently the
Jesus.
Chiefs tried to trade for him on draft night.
That's
God, that would
insane.
have broken the league.
That would have broke the league.
That would have been Katie to the Warriors.
I'm glad they said no.
Yeah.
No.
They're like, we can't do that.
We don't have another receiver after that, so I'm gonna say no.
yeah.
What do you guys think? Kind of just looking at it, the Bengals, Hendrickson asking out. It seems like there's a lot of drama.
He
over
said
there
he
in
asked
Cincy.
out, but then he's not like he wouldn't be mad at an extension. Like
I-
it's almost like he's just asking out for like
More
to
money.
have.
It's definitely
Yeah.
just a ploy to get more money.
Yes, it's definitely
Okay.
a play.
Same thing with Higgins. Higgins doesn't want to go anywhere. He just wants an extension.
I think they're gonna give it to Higgins
It would be silly for them not to. I don't know why they're handling it the way that they are.
because their executives are stupid. You
Because
know
the
that.
NFL executives are stupid.
Right as I heard that come across my phone, like as a headline, I would be like, Higgins, get in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, boom. All right, we're signed. Let's
All
go.
right, like,
Henderson,
we're-
how much you want? Nah, it might be a little too much. All right, we'll
Yeah.
do it. We'll do it.
And
No.
it's just like, because they didn't go out and get any like offensive weapons really. So it's like
Their
not
defense
just-
is Swiss
yeah.
cheese though. They needed help on defense.
So they got a tackle, Amarius Mims.
don't hate it.
And they needed that. They needed O line. They've always needed fucking O line, and they defense is kind of mid. Makes more sense for the Patriots, but I mean Vikings are in interest with him.
Yeah.
Could happen. I don't know. Now, if we get Tyler Boyd, I mean that's best number 3 in the league. Then we have no fucking excuse for a quarterback to come in here.
Best number 3 in the league.
What you mean?
Romo Dunze? He hasn't played a snap though. He
Romo
can't-
Dunes.
Can't
But
be
can
saying
Roma
that.
Dunze throw a pick in a meaningful game like Tyler Boyd? I don't think so.
No. I hope we don't do that.
Jacoby Myers can.
We're boring. We don't really run cool plays like that. Like
Because you might now. You got Aura now. Y'all didn't have Aura.
Caleb Williams gonna run a crazy route. Keenan Allen gonna throw him the ball. He gonna juke one of the fucking
Caleb
Yeah.
Williams would get murdered.
lit up.
Yeah, they're never letting him run a route.
Some
No.
safety's gonna come and be like, "Oh my god, gonna light him up."
I get a chance to ruin the Bears franchise? Yup.
Like, let's light him up. Oh my god, he's gonna be I think he's gonna be tough. That the first time I see him scramble out of the pocket and like get into like a head-on collision and he's up like really fast, like talking shit.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, I'm ready to run through a wall for this dude.
No.
Like that was how it was for Mitch. I saw Mitch run for the first time and he got up and he started talking shit. I was like, we found him.
I watched
I was like, this is the QB of the future, Mitch
Mitch played the
Trubisky.
worst game ever last year
Oh, Mitch Trubisky.
on Thursday night.
Against the Patriots?
I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was.
Because you guys beat them.
Because we were
Yes.
here. We were here.
4th
watching
and
the
1.
start of it.
Fuck it. Like 40 yards downfield.
Yep. And then he's like, all right, 3rd and 2, like 3 minutes to go. We need to convert to win. All right, we're going deep again. Let's get it, boys.
Yep. PI. Where's the PI?
Where's the PI? He throws it into triple coverage.
God.
It's like,
now he's back with
uncatchable.
the Bills. Now he's the Bills backup again.
Yeah, that's where he's destined to be all along.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
They
honestly,
welcomed him back with open arms, dude.
Yeah.
I guess Josh Allen was like super fucking excited.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's like, he's back.
Yep.
Oh my god.
They definitely went and would just drink like a 12-pack after every game.
Probably. Mitch Trubisky is a good backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Starting quarterback, no. Backup,
No.
you go in there for about one game, then you're done with him.
Yeah.
So
He starts week 17.
Yep.
kind of like the last thing, because I'm just thinking about stuff I've seen is like, is it a make or break year for Bryce Young?
No,
Already? You don't think so?
It's his second year.
And the Panthers.
And the Panthers are poverty. It's like the
stink.
conversation we had with Jordan, like
Yeah.
and Gio and all them. They're like, Bryce Young ain't shit. They're like, dude,
Damn it.
I'm
been in the league for a
not
year.
saying I'm not saying it is.
I
I'm just
know.
posing the question.
No.
No.
He didn't have anything to work with.
So they have Deontay Johnson, Adam Thielen,
Xavier Legette.
Xavier Legette.
Leggett. Oh my god, I forgot they got
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I
Legette?
think so.
Okay.
Or Legit, or Leggett.
I'm going to say Legette.
Leggett
Sounds
ma-
better.
It
Is
looks
it
better.
Is
as
it still Miles Sanders?
What?
Miles Sanders, it is. Yep.
It's Chuba Hubbard starting, but Miles Sanders
I
is
thought
still
they
there.
drafted somebody too.
Oh, they did. They actually drafted the first running back in the whole draft.
Yeah.
In like the 3rd round, which is kind
Who
of
was
crazy. That's a great question, Connor.
It wasn't Corum.
No. He was it might, let's see.
I know they drafted a back.
Maybe it wasn't the first running back. Maybe it was just like the consensus number 1 running back. Let's just look at the Panthers draft class.
Jonathan Brooks out of Texas.
Okay.
yeah.
I like that a lot, actually.
Texas-
Texas running backs?
Yeah.
Hey.
It's like a Kentucky guard, man.
Yeah. Texas running backs will
Drafted
get
you're
you.
fine.
That's definitely a good like power back. They don't have like a power back. He's like a little shorter and like kind of on the muscular side. So like he'll break off some runs for them. I like that a lot actually.
Yeah.
And he's a good pass blocker.
Hey, they
he's
might
a really
win
good
5
pass
games
blocker.
next year.
I know. Woo! They lucky you
man.
don't have their first round pick. Hey, let's talk. If I was Ron Poles, hey Panthers, let's talk.
Could you imagine if they had it this year? Like, what do you do
With the number 1 pick?
Oh, they would've traded
if
it.
Trade
if
it.
the Panthers have it.
Trade it.
They would have traded
They
it.
would have had to trade
They
it to
probably-
us. Fuck.
No, they probably would have traded it. Maybe to the Patriots. Maybe whoever's at 2 or 3.
They would definitely go back a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I would trade back from 1 to 2, and then 2 to 3, and then like
Just
3 to
keep
4,
going.
and keep going back, and then just stack up.
By the
draft
6th
picks.
pick, they're like, "Hey, wait, what are you doing?"
They might have got Justin Jefferson out of us for first overall.
You'd be at like the 6th pick, and you'd look at their picks the following year, and it'd be like, like so many.
It'd be like OKC Thunder type shit.
God, they gave up.
That's like a Madden thing. You just keep drafting back.
I think like the trade is finalized after next year, but it's already looking like a generational haul for the Bears.
Yeah,
Like,
they showed it was like they went through the whole thing. It's done now.
it's done now. Okay.
So it was like, what the fuck was it? It was like
it's bad.
Caleb Williams, Odunze, our corner Tyreek Stevenson,
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. Jeez, and then there was a couple other like
You
one
can
of
stop
the
there.
yeah. There was a lineman, and then like I think that D end we got this year.
You could have stopped at DJ Moore and Caleb Williams.
Yeah, yeah. That's why we only had 4 picks this year.
There's
Because
no
we got Keenan Allen for only one of them.
It's like when the Celtics trade with the Sixers. It's just like taking advantage of a team that has no
We
idea
really
what
took
they're doing.
George Springer from you guys from to not play.
George Springer?
Is that his name?
Jaden Springer.
Jaden Springer.
Yeah.
George Springer's on the Blue Jays.
Well, he didn't play much for Philly either, but like
kinda just there.
they traded Jason Tatum for Markel Fultz. Remember that? Yeah. that
Markel
was
Fultz, hindsight, but Markel Fultz coming out of college was
Washington, baby.
the best player in the draft.
yeah.
Yeah, but he got this little thoracic outlet syndrome. I know this is an NFL pod, so we don't want to get too into it.
We
but,
only get into it.
God, ruined my
But
life.
there isn't any reason for the Bears to not spark fire.
Yeah,
No.
that should be right
No
off
way.
the bat.
There's
When
no
we drop
reason.
You said 10 wins, right?
10 to 9 wins.
This is a live. This will be posted later this week, so
10 to 9 wins.
We'll have our whole prediction.
We're gonna have our prediction
We're gonna
pod.
have our prediction, and it's gonna get wicked.
Yeah,
It will.
There's gonna be a lot.
I won predictions last year. I'm just saying.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Ravens, my Ravens,
he did win. Yeah, the
my
Ravens.
Ravens.
So the Ravens were gonna have 15 wins,
They had 14,
basically
right?
did.
and then you said they were gonna go to the Super Bowl and then win the AFC, and they didn't.
It's not my fault they didn't want to play ball that day against the Chiefs. It's not my fault. Not my fault. That was a sick day for mankind. Sick day. But you guys want to wrap it up there?
That sounds like a good spot.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Barrel Talk podcast. Hope you tune in to future episodes.
See you later.